Shalom Baruch, I would like to wish you a good day. I pray to Hashem to give you bracha v'atzlacha b'gut, Purim Sameach. As you know, Hashem, He told us to fight Amalek where anytime, any moment in our life. Today we don't know who is Amalek to fight him, but it's enough to study Torah that Hashem, He do the rest. My friend, why Hashem hates so much Amalek? Why Amalek, he came to fight the Jews? What the Jews did? What the reason? If Hashem hates so much Amalek, why Hashem will not fight him himself? The biggest question that I have, it's Shamru Hamim Gazun, when the Jews left Egypt and they were in the middle of the sea. Hashem showed them a lot of things. And not only Hashem showed them a lot of things, but Hashem showed the whole world that the Jews are crossing the sea and all the sea become ice. No water, everything become ice. And Hashem, He did 12 tunnels. Each tribute went through a tunnel. Bigness. So the whole world saw that miracle. So the whole world said, they were worried. As we said in the parasha, Sham'u Amim Gazun, Hela Haju Shwe Perashed, Az Nibalu Alu Fi Edom, Ele Mo'av Yahazimu Gad. I mean, even Edom, he was afraid. Even the kings of Edom, Alufi Edom, Edom is Esav. That mean even Amalek, that he was from Edom, he did a big teshuvah. Himself he did. Hashem Yulach L'Olam Ba'ed. Hashem is the kingdom of all world. So what happened to him? Yesterday he did a big teshuvah. He said Hashem is the king, and today he came to fight God. How do you understand this? My friend, the Pekavot said, Al ta'ami ba'atzmach ad yom motach. As long as you live, watch out, be careful. Even if you are a good Jew, you may fall. Always you have to watch yourself. Always be careful. Always should be careful. Carry on. Don't stop. The Tzara wait the day that you stop to beat you, to have control on you. My friend, when the Jews left Egypt, they went to receive the Torah. And because they want to receive the Torah, with all the emotion that they had, when they crossed the sea and they saw the sea a lot of miracles, they started to sing. All the Jews become like prophets. They sing with Moshe a song that they did not prepare. It was a revolution. A spiritual revolution. This nation of Jewish people, yesterday they were slaves, today they become the people of God, the people of Hashem. They become prophets. Hashem revealed Himself to them. So, even Amalek, among all nations, they recognize God. But what happened? Why suddenly Amalek changed the color? There is two reasons. Once, when you recognize Hashem, you have always to move on, carry on, keep the flame that it's in your heart, not to break it, not to put it off. The second, there was a contract between Yaakov and Esav. As long as Yaakov, behaved well with his descendants, connected to Hashem, Esav cannot control them, cannot do nothing bad to them. But the day that Yaakov and his descendants, they become lazy on Avodat Hashem, on the service of Hashem, so Esav can control them. And that's what happened to Jewish people when they went to Egypt, from Egypt to receive the Torah. They were a little bit down. They slowed down from preparation to receive the Torah. So that gave the permission to Amalek to come to fight them. And unfortunately, when the nations they saw Amalek, the cousin of the Jews, fighting the Jewish people, so the nations said, well, we thought no one can fight the Jews, now we see that we can fight the Jews. So Hashem said to the Jews, to the Israel, it's your fault. You were those who push Amalek to come, because you slow down from the preparation of the Torah, Amalek came. So it's your fault. So you have to repair it. How you have to repair it? To fight Amalek. Today we cannot fight Amalek. We don't know who is Amalek. It's enough to keep the flame in our heart warm on Hashem. Hashem will do the rest. You understand, my friend, how much we learn from this parasha? You can be very close to God, to proclaim Hashem as God, and suddenly you can become the contrary, not to believe on Him and to fight Him. This is the core of the Tzara. The Tzara, as soon as they see you keeping the flame, the spiritual flame, he cannot bother you, he cannot touch you. But the minute that he see you starting to call yourself, to become cold in your emunah on HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so he starts to fight you. That way, like we saw with Amalek, that way, Yitro, he heard two things, and he came to the desert to combat himself. What he heard when the Jews crossed the sea, and he heard Amalek. What that mean? He heard when the Jews crossed the sea that all the miracles that they were in the sea, when they crossed the sea, and the whole world become believer on Hashem. But he saw that Amalek came to fight them. Why? Because from the warm, his warm emunah on Hashem that he had, he became cold. Why? Because the Bnei Israel, they did not respect their condition with Esav. When there is the voice of Torah, Esav cannot touch them. When there is not the voice of the Torah and there is slow down, Esav can touch them. When he heard this, he said, extraordinary. I have to convert myself. My friend, I would like to tell you two beautiful stories, just to teach you and to make you understand how a man can be warm and become cold. The first one, it was when a man did a big accident. I went to the hospital to visit him. He was a man that he believed in God, but he didn't respect Torah and mitzvot. When I went to see him, he was so happy. He told me, Rabbi, you cannot imagine how much Hashem is big. I told him, can you explain me what you mean? He told me, Rabbi, you know that I saw the car, the truck coming toward me. Rabbi, you cannot imagine. It was incredible. Incredible. Baruch Hashem, the car dead, and me, my wife were alive. The police cannot believe. So I told him, so now that you saw the hand of God, so be careful. Try to do a little bit Torah mitzvot, eat kosher, respect Shabbos. Okay. One day, that story happened in Lyon. I was going to go to Paris. There is 2 train stations in Lyon. One near my house, and one in the city. One day I told the driver, take me to the city to take the train from there to Paris. So he told me, Rabbi, but that train, it make a stop near your house. So why you have to go to the city? It's very far. I said, I don't know. I want to travel from there. What is the problem? He said, okay, I follow you. When we arrived to the train station, I was shocked. I saw the man who had the accident eating a steak. When he saw me, he was shocked. So he put his hand on his head. I told him, sir, you have to put your hand in your mouth, not in your head. Are you worried about the kippah? Are you not worried about the meat that you have in your mouth? He couldn't, he had no answer. I told him, how we do that? After all the miracle that Hashem did with you, you recognize the miracle. How you do that? He had no answer. He just told me, I told him, it doesn't satisfy me. Why you do that? I told him, you know, I think it's a warning from Hashem. Because I was supposing to travel from the station, the train station next to my house. And I don't know why I came here. Maybe Hashem wants me to see you, to warn you. Maybe it's a message for you. Hashem did with you bigness. He threw the food from his mouth, and Baruch Hashem, more or less, it changed. My friend, you see, sometimes you can be very warm in religion, because you feel Hashem, and then the next day, if there is no continuity, if you don't carry on to keep the flame, you can fall down. That's what happened to Amalek. He saw miracles, he was enthusiastic. And after he calmed, he became cold. And he made other people to be cold with him. But Hashem, he said to the Bnei Israel, it's your fault. You made him cold. You called his emunah, because that it's like water. As long as the water is on fire, the water is hot. But when you take the water from the fire, so the water becomes cold. So as long as we are connecting ourselves with Torah, that we compare the Torah to the fire, so we are warm. But when, God forbid, we disconnect ourselves from the Torah, so it's a problem. So because the Bnei Israel, when they were going to receive the Torah, they slowed down from the preparation to receive the Torah, so Amalek came. Not only Amalek came, but he become more bad as he was before. If we want Amalek to be good, we have to keep the flame. Rabotai, Be'ezat Hashem now it's Purim. We know what it is Purim? Well, Purim, my friends, it's we know the miracle that happened to us with Haman. Haman, he was the grandson of Amalek. Yes, he was the grandson of Amalek. And because the Bnei Israel slowed down from Torah, so Amalek came, Haman came. When the Bnei Israel did big teshuvah, so Baruch Hashem, Amalek was hung. And Bnei Israel kimu v'kiblu. Exactly the story of Purim, it's like the story of Pesach. Pesach, the exit of Egypt, Amalek came, and then they received the Torah. And here as well, they fasted on Pesach, so that Hashem would take off the gezerah of Haman. Then Haman was hung. What the Bnei Israel did after? They said, Hashem, so much you love us, thank you, you saved our life, so we love you. Kimu v'kiblu, na'aseh v'nishma. We accept the Torah. My friend, I would like to wish you all the best, bracha v'atzlacha, briut. Now you understand all the story of Amalek, why Hashem he ordered the Jews to fight Amalek, and Hashem he did not fight himself Amalek. Why Hashem he hates so much Amalek? What the slowing down from Torah can bring, God forbid, and how Amalek was a big he with all the nations they put Hashem as a king, and they believe on Hashem. How suddenly Amalek changed and he become anti-spiritual. So we said, as long when you are hot on the Torah, when there is something boiling in your heart, keep the flame on. Don't let it switch from you. How? Carry on religion. Carry on with Hashem. My friend, Shalom Baracha, Hag Sameach, Purim Sameach, Amen Keratzon.